It's Dave Joe Howe once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by Eddie Hearn. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having us down here again. Massive fight on Saturday night, Sonny Edwards. You're very honest as well, saying stuff that you didn't want him to win, you didn't really like him, and did you think it was going to turn ugly there for a second?
No, I've told him from the start. I don't mind. I tell people the truth, how I feel about him. I never used to like him. I used to read his stuff on Twitter and think, he'd have a pop at me, and once I pulled him up in Sheffield and he had a go at me and I had a go at him, and but then I watched him fight, and then I got to know him a little bit, and I realised the kid's very smart. He's a tremendous fighter, and I believe he can beat everybody, potentially, and he's signed up for all those fights. It's in his contract. It's not have this fight and then negotiate. That's what he wants to do, and I'm excited to try and make him happen.
Do you think he's one of those talents where he goes a lot under the radar when it comes to the boxing?
Yeah, because he's never really boxed on a big platform, and also he's never been pushed promotionally, and he's a flyweight. So, we deal with a lot of flyweights, super flyweights. I think it's a great division. I think there's tremendous fights to be made, and I think he can be in all those fights and potentially win them.
How good is the fight between Nina Hughes and Katie Healey? I mean, that one's got fire written all over it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a good fight, and so is Ellie Scotney and Shanika Johnson, and so is Chev Clark against David Jameson. It's a great fight. Johnny Fisher on the card as well, top night of boxing, and looking forward to Saturday. Speaking
to Johnny, he said he sold over 1,500 tickets for this venue. I mean, that's amazing. From his debut as well, he's just been selling tickets, hasn't he?
And it's an 8-rounder. So imagine when he's in 10 and 12, he's got a massive following, and the atmosphere will be great on Saturday.
It wouldn't be traditional if we didn't ask about AJ. How's he getting on? What's next for him? When's he going to be out next?
He's training hard in Dallas with Derek James. He's boxing August the 12th. We'd like that to be against Dillian White. We'll see if that's possible. And then, of course, we're looking to make the Deontay Wilder fight in December. That's the plan. We're sticking to it at the moment, and we'll see what happens.
Got to ask about my hometown girl, Derby, Sandy Ryan. What's next for her? Can we get that world title fight over in...
Well, we want her to fight Jessica McCaskill in an undisputed fight. Seen a lot of fighters, Katie Taylor at 135, Chantel at 140, Alicia at 130. We'd like to see Sandy Ryan against Jessica McCaskill for undisputed at 147. It's a great fight, and that's what we're trying to get made at the moment.
And very finally as well, a fantastic column over on men's health. So from a mental health capacity and also losing the weight and everything as well, can anybody do this, what you've done?
Yeah, of course. There's no excuse. Listen, people come up with excuses to not do things. And it's hard, especially when you're overweight and you're not really focused. And you've got to get out of bed and you've got to go for a run. And I did it this morning. I woke up at 6:15 to go for a run, and I turned over and I went, no, not today. And I said, don't do it. And I went out and I've done the run. So it's but for years I made those excuses, and now all it's doing is it's helping me work harder and stay sharper. That's it, and I want to live longer. That's all.
Brilliant. All the best from Punch Out Boxing, Eddie, and we'll catch up with you soon.